Alrighty, I think we're ready to go live. What the hell? Right off the bat? Oh. Bumble. The best gift? It starts with a swipe. No, it doesn't. Especially not in Bumble. How was Del Taco? I didn't go to Del Taco. Yeah, Google Maps is kind of screwing up. Apparently I'm popular, though. On Google. Anyway, it is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas and all that good stuff. I haven't been drinking quite yet, unfortunately. I do have my Fireball eggnog, but I forgot that I was out of Fireball. So I have just eggnog, which is good. I love eggnog. But I did bring some peanut butter whiskey as a chaser. So eggnog with a peanut butter chaser. Peanut butter whiskey chaser. And tonight I have Max in here stuck with me. And Sabi's on the bed sleeping. So, hey, Neo. Hey, Santa, thank you very much. Ho, ho, ho. At the rate I've been going this last couple of weeks, I'm almost as big as Santa. Nope. Max is going to say hi. Meditation music fan. Yo. Pop the chat. There we go. And what the hell? That was not Bumble. I don't know what that was. You are a slim, better looking Santa? Well, thank you. Ho, 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 little girl. Okay, Max, you are not helping at all. Max is way too... She's like 4 times the size of her little sister. Anyway, hey. And Patrick sent me a burger. Ooh. Is that 2 burgers? That's gotta be. There's a top bun in the middle of that. You know, minus the pickle, I would probably eat that whole thing. That looks good. One of these days I gotta figure out how to show you guys all the pictures Patrick sends me. He sends me burgers on Friday and shakes on Monday. Anywho, if in case you're wondering why I'm streaming on Christmas Eve. What the hell? Okay, Google launched something, said sorry to me on a message. It hasn't been speaking to me. And then it just went away. So I don't know what's going on. Who needs L's when you have Max? Huh. Yeah. Yeah. You know, twist your head. Twist your head. Come on. You want to... She'll cock her head when she wants love. Huh. When you try to get my attention. You rotate your head like an owl. Yeah. So anywho, the kids are all here. It's Christmas Eve, but they're all playing with their friends on their computers. You know, that's what happens when they get old. They're in their teens and they're having fun with kids and whatnot. So it's all good. And I have nowhere else better to be. Normally, my family does Christmas Eve with Grandma. I'm not sure if they still go to Grandma's or if Grandma goes to Mom's house, but fairly sure Patrick and Angela are there now. So, kind of figure that today will probably be kind of a slow day because everybody has things to do. But, you know, I am still here in case people don't. Because we all need to relax and have fun. Even those of us who write 30,000 words in a week. Miss Natasha. Oh, I am so far behind on my... I don't know if I'm going to get my vocal story done. I like the way it's... the premise of it, but I haven't been able to really work on it. And so, I don't know. If I don't get it done, I'll add it to my anthology of horror stories I plan on making this year. So... it's a good story. I just don't know if it'll be done by Wednesday. Hey, Ron, how's it going, buddy? I love eggnog. Is 30,000 words in a week a lot? For a lot of people. Well, I guess, you know, I bet Stephen King probably cranks that out. I don't know. To me, 30,000 is a lot, but then again, I also have way more other shit going on. So I wish I could do 30,000 in a week. You're on a roll, Nat. I am kid free today, so I caught up on sleep. Oh, I wish I could. And my kids are pretty low maintenance. I can catch up on sleep ish anytime I want, but I don't like to nap. And my bed, if I'm in bed for longer than 7 hours, my hip and my back start killing me. So that's going to be one of my goals this year is to replace this brick. Try jumping in it once. When it gets cold, it gets hard and solid. So jumping into it is like jumping onto a piece of cement. It wasn't even a week. It was like 4 or 5 days. See, that's even making me feel even worse. No, I think it's awesome. I'm glad that my book is coming out evil. See, I love it. I think it's awesome. I'm pretty excited for you. I love it when people say that they get inspired like that. Huh. You don't give a shit. You're Max. You got one eyebrow that is like going straight up. What is your issue? Oh, but I decided to do tonight anyway, even though it's Christmas Eve. Because I started thinking about it, and there's a lot of people out there that have a hard time at this time of year. And if somebody can stop by and enjoy themselves and have fun and enjoy the moment, then all the better. So, Matt, your nickname should be Robo Right with all the words you are pushing out. It's funny, but it's serious too. Well, I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited to read it, to be honest. So, we like doing that kind of stuff. Wow. But it's funny how we get ideas. It comes from a title generator, and you just sometimes a story hits you, and you just crank it. I had no idea I had this book in me. It's just the sort of coming like I'm possessed or something. Yeah. Writing a book about evil, and you're possessed. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I hope that wasn't Shadow. Robo Right, I like that. Yeah, see, there you go. That's how I feel when I get this. I just churn it out. Yeah, sometimes. Right now, I wouldn't say it's writer's block, but I'm having a problem. I've never done a Western before, so I'm doing a Western / Gothic horror. And I did some research and got a little bit of what I wanted to do with it, but I don't know, it's coming along a bit slow. So I'm hoping it'll be done by Wednesday, but I don't know. I already wrote the ending to it, and I just got to get everything to that point. And there's a reason why I wrote the ending the way I did. Because I normally don't write the ending first. Well, can't really say that. Sometimes I do. But for the most part, I like being surprised. Unless there's a specific purpose as to why I'm writing the book in the first place. And in this story, there's a reason why I needed the ending to be a certain way. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see if it goes. I was on a roll with the horror anyway, and that's still going strong. So I've written more like 60,000 this week. If you count my other stuff, that's awesome. That's cool. I know that feeling. You're not blocked. You're just in a pondering phase. Yeah, it's 'cause it's not the same as a writer's block. It's more of I need to get to a certain place, but how can I do that with it making sense? And that was Shadow. Oh God. That cat can stink up a room. I even had my window open. No, it wasn't Shadow. That was Dagger. You're just as bad. Oh, dude. My fault for putting a cat litter box in here, huh? It's better than you guys shitting on my floor. Sometimes. And yeah, a saggy middle syndrome can be an issue. You got a middle, an end. The middle is muddled or something. Yeah, it's more of I wouldn't say it's saggy. It's just not there yet. I'm gonna try to plot it tomorrow. Normally don't do much outlining, but this time I think I might have to simply because I need 4,000. I need to be under 4,000 words, and I sometimes when I outline it, it comes a lot easier. So every writer gets blocked occasionally, even if they deny it or call it something else. Sometimes, usually I don't. Usually I can go with the flow, but this is something I've never done before, so it's going to take a little bit longer, I think. Never done a Western, so I'm trying to keep it with the Western theme. And I'm using a wraith in it, so I already have some ideas on how I'm going to write it. I just hopefully get enough time to write it. I got all the kids this weekend, but like I said, they're usually playing with their friends and shit, so I might get Sunday to myself. Cross my fingers. If not, then maybe I'll just prioritize the story for the rest of the week. After I get my Green Geek stuff done, just focus on doing nothing but that, which kind of sucks because I was kind of getting back into blogging. But I'd rather have the story done. So there's $5,000 on the line. But if you're a writer and you write, so it has to come out, just like we have to take a crap. Eventually that'll happen. So what you're saying is I'm the writer equivalent of constipated. You have to work it out with a pencil. That's an old joke. My birthday Sunday? Yes, it is. Yep, and I plan on giving you a phone call on your birthday. Well, it was going to be a surprise, but you ruined it. I told you that yesterday, though. Nope, I admit to getting blocked. Just trying to find ways to get out of it. Depends on what the blockage is. Normally, I don't have an issue. I just let the story run. This is the only... When I do something brand new like this, then it usually a little bit sluggish. But like if I do something that I normally write, then it's just I just start and then it goes. Like with Despair, Kingmaker, 7, I just started and it went. So sometimes you get into it. Yeah, it's writing constipation. I need some X-Lax. The writer's equivalent of X-Lax. With an overdose on it. No, don't do that. Overdosing on the X-Lax is never a good thing. I did overdose on calcium once. On accident. I didn't know the candy. This is back when I was a fat kid. I didn't know the candy was a calcium supplement. I didn't know they did that. It was just a bag of candy bars on top of my fridge and sat down and ate them one day while I was watching, I think I was watching Netflix or something, and I ate a bunch. And I tell you what, you have that much calcium, it'll come out. And boy, did it. Not that anybody needed to hear that part. I love eggnog. One of my favorite times of year is drinking eggnog. Didn't get to have very much of it last year. Are you stressed? Are you not inspired? Are you bored with your current stuff? Yeah, see, there's all kinds of different things that happen when you're going through writer's block. Nat goes through all of them, I guess, because you bounce around a lot. So, yeah. Why are you eyeing? Is that a typo? But yeah, I love this season. I'm very cheery. Joke. I'm lost. I tried thinking about it, but you lost me. Oh shit. Got that. So do you anybody get that weird, um, it's like a nerve on the inside of your elbow, but it's like deep inside the flesh, and it just itches like mad, and no matter how much you itch, it doesn't go away. Yeah, anxiety and ADHD. Yeah. Yeah, my keyboard is borked. I need to know when. Oh, seeing if I would have known that, could have. Well, I don't know. I don't have much money left. I was gonna say I can get you a birthday present and ship you a new keyboard. Sorry, typo. It happens. See, I can't. Ugh, it's driving me nuts. And I can't remember what the condition's called. Um, Somebody told me it a couple weeks ago, and I forgot. But like last couple of nights, it's been bugging me again. At the moment, I just write all my ideas down so I don't forget anything, especially when I get writer's block. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Write down all of your ideas in a notepad or like I use Notepad a lot on my computer, and then I save them in a folder on Dropbox. That way I can access it from anywhere, even if I'm on my laptop from Utah. But I've got a ton of ideas in there that I hope at some point I'll get to. Dry skin, probably have a crack in your skin. No, it's underneath the skin. It's like in the tissue, and it's a nervous condition, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's like it's under the skin, like deep in the muscle. So it's like, ugh, ugh, right there in the corner. I keep an idea file. Yeah, I've got one on my desktop and then one on that Dropbox, and both of them have different things in it. I had to combine them all though. And that title generator gave me so much horror content. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, those are fun tools. Come up with all kinds of good ideas, and a lot of times it's like random ass stuff, but with a little bit of imagination, you can make any one of them work. So, I use my computer, cell phone, or notebook. Yeah, there you go. I have an app on my phone that lets me write down my ideas. So, like if I'm at Walmart or if I'm driving with Sam, I'll pull it out and jot down an idea real quick. I rarely open my laptop. The only time I ever take my laptop is when I like go out of town. And this last time we were at Thanksgiving with my mom, so that takes priority. So I didn't even. I can't remember if I think I turned it on, and I think I wrote a blog post. That was it. No, it's buy me a coffee post, what it was, and I didn't do anything else. I actually had a 5-day vacation where I really didn't work, so that was pretty cool. Oh, that's a lie. I had to fix something for Green Geeks, but it was one of those nobody else could have fixed it type of things, and it only took me 10 minutes. So I could make like 3 evil sequels. Yeah, I'm telling you. The generator will be my next place for inspiration. I love how much fun you were having with it. She wasn't the only one. When I came across it, I put in all kinds of random stuff. It was pretty cool. It's fun. Kind of like ad libs for writers. I have 28,000 word book from that generator. Yep, she did, and she wrote it all this week. I think we were talking about it on Monday, wasn't it? And then you just took off on it. Peanut butter whiskey. Tasty. But, yeah. So, I'm going to do another podcast. Probably not actually record the audio to upload. For next Friday, I'll be on for New Year's Eve. I was trying to think of a way of how I can get everybody on camera, but not behind me. Like, take the computer out to the living room and throw everything up on the TV, because I have a 55-inch television there, and do YouTube from it, and then we can all just hang out, and everybody can drink and ring in the new year, but I'm not sure if that's going to be practical. I don't know. I'll have to see how everything goes. Otherwise, depends on if Sam has it off. I might just do like I did tonight and just get on and we can ring the new year. I'm so excited for the new year. Like, I've got all my spreadsheets are all set up because I'm a dork, and I have all my goals ready to go. Next year's the year of the book. I'm going to publish at least 3 full length novels that I want. And this is on top of all the other shit that I do, and so I'm pretty excited. So. Yeah, since Monday night I haven't stopped. Yeah, see, it was Monday. That's what I thought. I have no cam. Oh, you don't need one. You can just hang out on YouTube like we do here. I know everybody was like talking we should have like some kind of writer hangout thing, and I was thinking about doing that on WriterSanctuary.com and setting that up because I can set that up through WordPress pretty easy. Or we can even do something through Discord. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. I think that'd be kind of fun. So I know there's a few weeks ago there's like 4 or 5 people that were like asking if we can like do something like that, and you don't really need a webcam for it. You can even use an avatar if you want on Discord. God, I'm telling you, my elbow is driving me nuts. I'm gonna take a knife and stab it in there. But, yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun. Well, Friday anyway. And then, let's see. The first is on a Saturday, and this isn't like one of those New Year's resolutions. I plan on hitting the fitness thing hard starting the first, mostly because it is a Saturday and I like to time things just right, and I like to collect data according to specific days. So Saturday makes it perfect. So I am going to see what I can turn myself into in 12 weeks. I didn't get to do the Greek god thing by the end of this, which kind of bums me out, but you know, it happens. I should have knew that. Yeah, because that was grammatically correct. I should have known that trying to do all this stuff through the holidays was going to be very, very difficult for me to maintain because I love snacks and candies and shit, and I'm a stress eater, and I did go through quite a bit of stress this year, personal and professional. So I'm afraid to step on the scale. So we'll start January 1st, and I'm hoping to get back into the Crossing Colorado podcast on Tuesdays after that. We might actually start next week. Depends on when Sam has it off. But she was talking about really wanting to get into it. And what she's going to do is she's going to do a whole year. We're doing an experiment. She's going to do the whole year on, I think she was going to do strict keto or maybe dirty keto, but it was a keto thing all year long. And she's going to make videos for Crossing Colorado's YouTube channel, and then hopefully write me some blog posts for the website. I'm telling you, it's driving me nuts. But so she's going to be starting with that. Last time she did something like this, she actually stuck with it for quite a while, and she was doing really good. So we'll have to find it. We'll have to see. But I'm really excited to start because I've got all my goals for my writing. Put more effort into the blogs. I'm going to do more books. And something else I want to do this year, I'm going to start with Kindle Vella. I want to see how all that works for series writing, and I'll probably make a few videos on that. I'm going to be dumping $100 into Amazon, its advertisement system for the Kindle lock screen, and see how that works. I have a feeling I'm going to lose $100, but at least I'll get content out of it. So maybe in the long run it'll help. And they have the normal ads I want to run on it. And then I got to get the book submitted to Barnes & Noble. And I'm going to check out what's it called? Ingram Spark or something like that. So I'm going to try that out. And again, that'll probably give me a couple of blog posts, videos. But that's another marketing thing for ebooks or for books in general. So I want to try that. We got all kinds of big plans for 2022. So it's gonna be bitching. So unfortunately, I probably won't do a lot of freelance writing videos and content because I'm the type of person that writes what I do and or makes videos about what I do. And right now, aside from what I do for Green Geeks, I really haven't been doing a lot of freelance writing. Most of it's editing their stuff and then maintaining my blog, maintaining the YouTube channel, writing the books. So we're going to shift our focus slightly. But I still plan on doing a few freelance writing videos here and there, but probably not nearly as many as I used to. I think this year I'm going to focus a lot on publishing and blogging. And I even started a new section of WriterSanctuary for YouTube, mostly to help me create better content and stuff. And so, that's why I built WriterSanctuary in the first place. I was first starting with Text Broker, and I would write down my experiences, and I'd build from there. Gives me practice. I learned a lot, and I turned myself into a text broker expert. So I want to do something similar with, with self-publishing first, but with trying to figure out YouTube, because she's a finicky bitch. I can tell you that. YouTube is a pain in the ass. I don't know how some people can just get on and be like instant success stories without acting like, well, teenagers. I'm out. I don't know why I keep picking that up to drink it. It's gone. But anywho, with it being Christmas Eve, later tonight when Sam gets back, we're going to open up Christmas. Well, we're going to open up our every year. It's tradition, always has been, to open up a present on Christmas Eve, and it's usually pajamas. Like every year, everybody gets new pajamas, so that's what we get to open. And she tried telling me that we can just go ahead and open them up now because she's at work, but I talked to Grandpa Dan. He's like, no, we can wait. And most of it's going to be up way past then anyway, so that's the plan tonight. So I really don't have anything to do until about 11:30. At least you're making it seem like it is easy to be on YouTube. Well, it's not. I don't mind. Like, the camera thing is fine. I can talk to a camera all day. I'm really good at it. Or, I don't know if I'm really good at it. But it doesn't affect me like it does some people. A lot of people won't do YouTube because they don't want to be on camera. They don't want people to see them. That's fine. And then they get frozen up because the camera... I never have. As soon as the camera turns on, I don't see the audience. I see a lens. So... doesn't matter how many people are watching me. It doesn't affect me. So, but succeeding on YouTube is a whole nother story because you need to create videos people want to watch. If you don't put out anything that people want to watch, you're not going to grow very fast. Unfortunately, I focused too much on text broker in the very beginning, so that's what I'm known for. Well, text broker's not that big of a niche, and now that I'm shifting to publishing, it's going to be a lot more difficult because now I got to retrain the YouTube algorithm that's what I'm going to be known for, and so I'm going to get shit for views until then. But it is what it is. I enjoy helping people. I love giving people ideas for books that they crank out all week. I've helped a lot of people learn how to do the text broker stuff. I got a compliment today on a Minddomo video that I did. And Minddomo is a mind mapping app. It's great for planning out blogs, blog posts. I did it for YouTube. There's really nothing you can't mind map. And so he was really appreciative and asked me Should you focus on your audience or trying to monetize? I'm like, always focus on your audience, because if you create stuff that people want to watch, everything else will fall into place. The same with a blog, same with books. Um, Focus on the person that you're trying to engage, your target market. And then if you get money from it, you get money from it. Oh, I got something in the back of my throat. Let's wash it down with whiskey. Didn't work. It's still there. But I enjoy it. I still got a long way to go before I get monetized on YouTube. I'm hoping that some of the future videos will help, but if I don't, I'll still keep doing this. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I love interacting with you guys. And it's a great way to spend an afternoon or an evening, late night, because I have no life. So, aside from that, see, and then you got like all kinds of other things you have to worry about. Your thumbnails, titles, descriptions, what kind of videos you're going to make. There's quite a bit that goes into it if you want to make a career out of it. And I am going to be doing more videos. I wanted to do more this week, but with it being Christmas and with the kids here, I really hadn't had a chance to do it. So I'm hoping starting next week I can actually start doing more videos. I love this cat. Twist your head all the way around like an owl. Yeah. Oh. So, does everybody have their goals ready? We have a week left before the end of the year. I'm telling you, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to doing some goodness. I got my work cut out for me, because I did do quite a bit this year that I wasn't even trying. The only thing that I wanted to do was write 1,000,000 words, which that was a lofty goal to begin with, given what I do nowadays. But my goals are always to do more than I did the year before. Well, the year before I did 468,000 words, and this year I'm going to be hitting 730,000. So right there, that's the only goal I really had. And then I published the book, thanks to Ron inspiring me to do so. I did the 90 blog posts in 30 days. What else? There was like 5 major things. Obviously, I published my book. Started a podcast, hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and there was one more. And all of those weren't even on the plate. So, kind of excited to see what I do this year. Goal, take vitamins, take weed edibles, make coffee, and write. Well, there you go. Nat met her goals before the weekend even started. See, mine are more precise than that. Like, you can say that I'm going to write, but I have it set up to where I'm going to write a certain number of words for the blogs. I'm going to write a certain number of words for the books. So I got some pretty precise goals, and all that's because of my stupid spreadsheets. I should have been a scientist. I love spreadsheets. Oh God, my fucking elbow is driving me nuts. Oh, but I'm enjoying it. I'm happy. I'm enjoying life. Can't really say much more than that, really. How is my plan not precise? How many vitamins do you plan on taking this year? How much weed do you plan to eat? I don't know. Well, you can set writing goals. You'd probably shatter them. Do you want a list or a diagram? See, a list. I'm telling you, do a list. You don't have to. Whatever, the perfect goal is whatever goal works for you. My goals are always about self-improvement. So I keep track of every moment that I spend on every product or every project, and then I try to surpass those numbers. That's because I am data centric. I have to have numbers. I like to crunch numbers. I'm a dork. So all of my goals are focused on improving on what I did before. And I had them broken down by year, by week, by day. Because I'm that big of a dork. We'll take around 6 vitamins. Oh, now we're getting precise. What's the milligrams of each vitamin? Vitamin A, B, C, and D. E. I'm taking this many milligrams of potassium every day. There's probably people out there that get that anal about it too. Now that is too much micromanagement, but if it works, it works. And I will write until my evil book is finished. Awesome. You're almost finished with it now. Your goals for 2022 are going to be done before it even starts. And that's fine. Meanwhile, while others crunch numbers, I shall crush this book. Well, there you go. See, and that's part of my crunching numbers, though, is that when I focus on trying to write a certain number of words every day, then I make sure that the book gets done when I want it to be done. And if I don't, then I get scattered all over the place. I just have so much to do that if I don't have any kind of solid structure, then my life's a mess. So I've got to keep to a certain thing. So and that's what works for me. That's the key to it, is to create a goal or a plan or a strategy that works for you. Not everybody's going to be the same. So I like Woman's Multi. I take a hair vitamin. I like vitamin D, C, glucosamine for my joints. So Nat, it's official. Nat will publish a book in 2022. Yes, I have made it my life's goal for 2022. One of my goals is to help Nat publish her book. So we're at least going to get one published. I would like to publish more, but we'll see. But I am making it. I'm going out of my way to make sure that Nat gets published this year. How do you guys plan to promote your books? Right now, I've got my book plastered all over 2 blogs. And then starting next week, when I get paid again, I'm going to dump $100 into Amazon's Lux Green ads for the Kindle. And then after that will be the traditional normal product ads that Amazon has. And then I'm also going to use Ingram Spark, and I am going to get hooked up with Barnes & Noble. So my goals are done. My fictional haunted house story is done. My shorts are going strong, and I have a new book I didn't even think about. There you go. Yes, my next goal, edit and publish my stuff. Huge thanks to you and everyone here. You are very much welcome, Nat. I'm excited for you. Like, really. Like, I am so jazzed about your book. So we're gonna get Nat published this year. Oh, then I gotta get Kingmaker done too. But I went through some lists that are on Google for book promotion. And some of them are kind of like, go to Facebook groups and promote your book that way. Every book group I am on Facebook gets pissed when you do that shit. So I don't know what list these people are using. Building up an audience. That's what I did with mine. There's a few other things that I read that I might try. I can't think of them offhand at the moment, Ron, but definitely putting some money into ads next week. I'm not really sure about it though. The lock screen ads pisses me off because the minimum is $100, and then your bid for those ads has to be 100 times what you put in. So if you put in $100, which is the minimum, your bid has to be $1. In order for me to break even, I have to sell like 35 books of the ebooks from those ads. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think I'm going to wind up losing money on it, but like I said, it's going to give me a video and a blog post. So they might earn their keep later on. So that's going to be something I'm going to look into. Have been studying Amazon ads, but they seem like a jungle. Not really. The lock screen ads seem pretty straightforward. And I kind of played around with the normal ads, so I'll dive into those. But I want to do the lock screen ads first, and I'll probably have to wait a month before I can afford to do the normal ads again. Hey, shit, and by then I should almost be done with Kingmaker and get ready to advertise that one. But I am going to dump some money into writing software and Ingram Spark, and there was one more thing that I wanted to try as soon as possible. I got it all written down. I just don't have the list in front of me at the moment. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. The lock screen ads might be okay for the ebook. I don't know. I'm north of skeptical. So, very few ads will earn a 30% ROI when you do like that. Usually it's more like between 10 and 15%, depending on what you're trying to sell. So, that being the case, I might sell more copies, but it's not going to make up the $100 I'm going to throw into ads. If it does, great. If not, then, oh well. Learning experience. That's the whole point. So, I don't think I'm going to make bank off this, but if I break even, I'll be happy. So, and like I said, I'm pretty sure that the blog post for those alone will probably do fairly well. And I might make my money back in ad revenue from the blog. Same with, well, I can't say same with YouTube because I'm not monetized by YouTube yet. But in my creative video, that helps me get to that point. So no matter what, I win. It just costs a little bit more than I would like, but it is what it is. So I know and understand being in Google ads better than Amazon ads. May start with Bing ads and see how they work for me. I was thinking about doing Google because I have done Google ads for affiliates before, and at one point I was selling ink and I was making pretty good money on it. So I might do Google, and I was debating on trying Facebook. And see, all this is dependent on how much money I'm bringing in. And right now, I just don't have a lot to play with for stuff that I have no idea if it's going to work or not. So I have to wait until I am comfortable enough to lose the money. For me, it's more like a gamble. Never gamble something you can't afford to lose. So, hey, Patrick's here. Aren't you guys supposed to be at mom's and grandma's? But hello. So that's my plan to waste money. Hope you got the pic. I did. It was a good looking burger. It looked like a double decker. I had a bun in the middle. That's what I say. I'd probably just get rid of the pickles that are in it, but the rest of the burger looks pretty good. So I don't know. I'll have to do some research on the key phrases to see if it's even going to be worth a blog post. But I think it would be. I think there's enough interest for people wanting to know if Facebook ads and Google ads are worthwhile for their book. The problem is that it really dependent on writing something people want to read. And I'm not trying to put myself down, but I'm really not a household name. I'm a nobody who wrote a book. So I don't know if I could base a lot of information off my book because it wasn't really anything that's riveting. So not like Stephen King throwing out a new novel. So I think what's going to happen is that I'll do what I can with a freelancer's tale, and then I will definitely dump more effort and money into Kingmaker when I put it out, probably in February or March. We just left Grandma's at Mom's now. Ah, awesome. My first attempt at marketing my book was less than successful. You know, and that's what happens. I'm eating weed gummies. Sweet. Um, well, it's like I was telling my son this morning, actually, that your first go at stuff, you can't expect it to be perfect. That's where you learn a lot of what not to do for next time. So I don't plan on making bank off my first book. The first experience with Amazon ads is going to suck. I know this. Same with Google, same with Facebook. But the point of it all is to learn what not to do. Once you learn certain things, then the next time becomes way easier. Like right now, I learned a lot about self-publishing on Amazon to where next time it's not going to take me nearly as long to complete the process. So, and that's what you just got to keep going, keep building up, keep learning what not to do, and advance. So, I don't know if I want to make anything off of Facebook though. I don't know. There might be a lot of readers on Facebook. Who knows? I know I can target the right words in Google because I'm still king shit on TextBroker, and I talk about TextBroker a lot in my book because it did give me my start, and so I think for that alone I'll probably do fairly well. But you never know. Won't know until we actually do it. And at that point, I will be making blogs and videos. I was going to do a blog today about setting it up. I've already set my Amazon account up for doing ads. And I was like, okay, so what we're going to do is record me actually doing it. But then I thought, shit, I don't have $100 though. Because you have to have the minimum of $100. So I thought, no, we'll do it next week. So when I get paid next week, I'll be doing it then. So the first video of the year on the channel will probably be the Amazon ads walkthrough. And then in about a month after that, because I'm going to run the campaign for a month. And then I'll do a follow-up video and blog. And then probably switch to the ads on Amazon. And if I have enough money, probably also setting up Facebook ads and Google ads. But I don't know. It's an adventure. We'll have to see. The cool thing about Facebook and Google though is that you have way more control, and you can bid for a lot cheaper. Like the lock screen ads, I think it's ridiculous. You have to have 100 times your bid. So have 100 times your bid. So, and your bid has to be $100 minimum. So in order for your, I don't know if there's a way to make it cheaper than $1. If it has to be 100 times your bid at the minimum. So if you bid like 25 cents, you'd have to put in $400. Oh, see, I just don't have that much money. I don't know. We'll have to see. The way Amazon does its product ads, though, is that you can have Amazon automatically increase the bid when it's more likely someone's going to buy a book, or decrease it when it's less likely. And I don't know how much faith I have in those kind of systems, because they can just say, oh, it's always likely, and just jack the price up. And I really don't like pay-per-click ads, because there's a lot of ways that companies can screw people. And so, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm still going to do it just for the videos and the blog posts. So, I'm really, really looking forward to getting hooked up with Barnes & Noble, though. Like I said before, if I'm going to send them an email and find out what the requirements are of getting printed copies in their store. And that'd be awesome. I will definitely throw that on Instagram. Being standing in front of my own book. That'd be cool. But, I don't know, we'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully I'll have time this week to do it. At least get started with Barnes & Noble. Because, might as well get on Nook while I'm at it. Mostly I want Barnes & Noble for the printed copies. But, I don't know. It looks like they work things a little bit different than Amazon does. So, And that's going to be interesting. So we'll do that whole process. And then I want to put more money into things like, what's the first one? Scrivener, Atticus, Vellum. And there's one more that I really want to try. So this year I'll probably be buying 4 pieces of software. But, content. It'll give me reviews. I think I'm going to move the vocal story into Scrivener because I have the free version of it right now, and I haven't hit my 30-day free trial yet. So, did you post a picture of you holding your book on Instagram? No, I took a picture of my book on Instagram. I don't think I put one up of me holding it. If not, then I will have to do that tomorrow, or when I remember to do it. Let's see, where's mine? So there's Megan's stuff. Where's my shit? Ooh, it's my shit. It's my shit. No. No. Where the hell is there a home? Oh, there we go. No, I just have the picture of my book. I didn't have me holding it. Well, I'll have to do that. The last picture I posted was the first snowstorm we got in Denver. And it was 70 degrees yesterday. What kind of fucking shit is that? Almost Christmas, and it's warm enough to go water skiing. Are you still going to buy the Atticus software? Yes, I am. It'll probably be after I buy Scrivener. Like I said, I'm only limited by how much money I've got. And so I got to be... What I'm doing is trying to pick the things that are going to be the most beneficial. So, call back, girl. Yeah. I sing that a lot, actually. So... The first thing is the ads on Amazon is going to be the first thing I spend money on, and then Scrivener, and then Atticus, and then Vellum. After the ad stuff, so I'm trying to gauge on what I can put money into that'll have the best return on the investment, because I've got to make things pay for themselves. Otherwise, it becomes a hobby, and I want this to be more than a hobby. So. I do need to get some new blogging tools this year. I'm going to get Rank Tracker, which is only $150 a year. But that app is awesome. I really like it. What else? I would like to get the premium version of Buffer, because I use Buffer every day. And I would like to be able to schedule some shit on social media so I don't have to worry about remembering to do it. That's my biggest problem with social media. Not that I'm too lazy to do it, just I forget to do it. It's 57 here in Vegas. Being cold all week, like in the 40s to the 50s. I love it. I love when people from Las Vegas and California say, "Oh, it's been cold. It was in the 40s." Like, shit, in the 40s, we're all walking around in shorts, tank tops. It doesn't get cold to me until it's 20 below. But yeah, it was 70 yesterday. It was stupid. It was like I had to take off I was wearing my tank top outside. I was getting sunburnt walking around the backyard. But no, global warming is a hoax. I've had one fucking snowstorm. Normally our winters start late anyway, so we'll probably get dumped on in January. But we broke the record for longest time we haven't had our first snow. And then when it came, it dropped about 1.5 inches and moved on. Right now, my neighbor's yard is green. The little grass I have in my yard's going green. My tree looks like it's budding. It's sad. I remember growing up with snow on Thanksgiving and snow on Christmas. Got a bit of a storm front coming in, but it dropped a little bit of water and then moved on. Like, well, my trash can looks wet. That's about it. We can get to like 20, but that's really rare. See, and 20 for us is common. It just gets stupid dry, and then there's no moisture at all. It's no snow. It just gets temperature drops. Like right now. Right now it is 37 degrees in Denver. And today was a little bit more chilly, but not anything to worry about. Yesterday was stupid. The sun was out. It was spring, but I made the comment to Sam because I was looking around. Everybody's lawns are still green, so like, well, oh well. We had a historical low this past February. I don't know if we've had a historical low for a while. We did have we got dumped on last year 4 feet of snow, and I took it. That's in my Instagram feed of me shoveling that. But that was in February, I think. And then we've had record-breaking highs for the past 10 years. Being rainy in Vegas the past 2 days. It drizzled this morning. See, I love rainy days. I was so moved to Seattle. I love the rain. If it rained 360 days a year, that'd be great. I love, like, everybody's all gloomy. It's all gray and gloomy. Like, it's perfect for me. I love it. When I go to sleep at night, I turn on the rainstorms off of YouTube because I can hear it. Yeah, it's great. Sleep like a baby. Love the rain. Here, we get little short bursts of rain. They'll come in, drop a shit ton of water in 10 minutes, and then take off. But the amount of water it drops is like an insane amount of water. I've seen streets flood inside 5 minutes here. It can snow here, but it's like 2 inches, and it's all gone in a day or two. Yeah. Report. Oh, damn it! You missed. Oh, you beat me to it. Oh, so report him. You got him, Neil. I wonder what the hell that is anyway. I don't know why that one spam comes through. I wonder if everybody faces that or just me. Or maybe the smaller YouTubers. Because I've tried looking it up on Google and no one else experiences like it. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Let's see. But yeah, Atticus is definitely on my list, Ron. God, I wish you remember there's like 4 pieces of software that piqued my interest. It was Atticus, Vellum. I can't remember what it was. Final Draft. That's what it was. That was one of the other ones. Final Draft, Vellum, and Scrivener, and Atticus are the 4 that I really want to try this year. But, you know, Final Draft, I wanted to try my hand at screenwriting. Because I've never done it before, and I love exploring new shit. And screenwriting is something that I've always been interested in doing. Especially nowadays when there's nothing but shit on TV and streaming. I can write so much better script. I can write a much better script than most of the shit that I see on, like, Netflix. all streams get bots. Yeah, I know. The only thing I hate about rain is that my body wants to sleep. Other than that, I love the rain. See, I don't know. I get all kinds of cuddly with the rain. Kind of hard to cuddle with yourself. Rain makes me want to write scary stuff. Oh yeah, like one of my favorite memories was back in the day when I was in my teens. My cousins would come over to my house. Hey, Katie, how's it going, buddy? My cousins would come over to my house, and we'd go out in the garage because Dad never used the garage, so I essentially turned it into my own little bachelor pad for a teenager. I had my own furniture and shit in it. We had a table set up, but we'd open the door to the garage during a rainstorm, and while it was like thundering and pouring down rain outside, we would play Dungeons and Dragons. And in the in second edition is when Ravenloft came out, and I was a big Ravenloft fan for D&D. I love Gothic horror, so I would DM the Ravenloft campaigns with the rain going on outside, thunder and lightning. Oh, it's perfect. Loved it. Don't get to do much of that today, but it was back in the day. That was some of my favorite memories. But yeah, I love the rain for a multitude of purposes. I think rain is very romantic. Um, um, yeah, I love it. I love the sound of it. I love the smell of it. Like Arabeth, when we first walked out of we went to crappy Walmart, which is like this little small market store Walmart that's up the street. She comes out, first thing she does is rips off her mask and breathes in the air because she loves the smell of rain. I'm like, baby, that's the smell of wet city. It's not necessarily rain. You're smelling wet asphalt. That's what it is. But she loves it, so enjoy. Oh, oh, Scribus. Yeah, there was another one. I was actually Scribus is a open source writing app that I really want to play around with this week. In fact, I wrote it. I have it down in Asana as one of the apps I wanted to download, and it's a formatting app for books. And so I want to see just how good the open source version is, because Kindle Create is okay. It is buggy as shit, but it does what it needs to. What it does what you need it to do. It's just when you go to print versions, you have to really. What you do with the print versions, you upload it to KDP, and then you have to preview it to make sure everything lines up right. Now, like if you have like headers in certain spots and they get shifted, then you have to go back into the software, change it, and then re-upload the manuscript. You can't change it directly on KDP. And so I don't really like how Kindle Create does it for print books. It does great by adding like all the cool stuff like dedication pages, prologues, have an epilogue in the print version. Um, so there's like all kinds of cool stuff that Kindle Create does, but the layout is just not printer friendly. And so I wanted to give Scribus a try. I'm glad you're holding a live stream today. Fridays are not the same without you guys. Yep, I decided to do a live stream today mostly because not everybody has family to hang out with, and a lot of us are alone on Friday nights, especially on Christmas Eve. And so I figure, you know what? We're going to be on for those people. I know that my show is not going to be slamming today. Just a few, maybe a few people here and there, but as long as we have a good time and have fun, that's all that matters. And so. And I know that a lot of people go through a lot of stress at this time of year. And I would like to feel that I'm a stress relief. I try to be anyway. So if we can sit around and talk about books and writing junk and what our goals are for next year, then I think we're good to go. So I'm still waiting for the grand opening of our Writing, Wine, and Fireball Club. See, there you go. We were just talking about that earlier. Where if we know, because we can get on and all just hang out, and we could probably the best way to do that would be on Discord. So I don't know. We'll have to set that up. I would love to I would love to add a social element to WriterSanctuary, because there's a lot of social media sites out there, but I want. If I build one, it's going to be centric to nothing but writing. That's freelance writing, blogging, and publishing. And so, no politics, no religions, just those who want to write or learn to write. And so, I think that would be kind of a fun thing to set up. I just don't know how many people would actually use it. So, that's the only reason why I haven't done it yet. I could do everything through Buddy Press. I would like to streamline WriterSanctuary before I add a social element to it, like make it faster. If not, then I can always just launch a new domain and then make it part of it. So, I don't know. I think it'd be fun. I just had family visit me at my new apartment. It's nice spending time with family, but some of them stress me out. Hey, I know the feeling. I took 3 kids to Walmart. Oh my god, and my daughter breaks the butter. So, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she uses country crock in all of her cooking and stuff. So she has this tub of butter. We're standing in line at Walmart. There are no shopping carts, no hand carts, no nothing. So we had to carry our shit throughout the entire store. And something happened. She fiddled with the phone, dropped the butter. It shatters on the floor. Big ass crack down the side of it. I'm like, fuck it, right? We'll get another one. So she goes and gets another one. And they were only the small tubs. So she gets another one, gets in line, and not 5 seconds after she gets in line, she fumbles her phone, drops the butter, breaks this one too. So now I've got butter in my fridge that has been duct taped shut because it cracked the bottom. Yes, I know all about family stressing me out, KDC. By the time I left the store, between people who can't drive, people who refuse to drive correctly, and the fact that the Walmart up here is questionable. By the time I got home, I was shaking. I was so pissed. I was like vibrating. I'm trying to take a Snapchat to send to Sam, telling her, remind me to tell you about my day. The phone's all shaking. Trying to take a picture. I was that mad. Slippery butter. Oh yeah. And then Ty, I got a stupid joke for you. It's calling you Butterfingers. I'm like, oh, yeah. That's too on the nose, dude. there's, there's, yeah. There's days where I just want to crawl back in bed. Anywho, but if you guys have any other pieces of software you would like me to try out or review, feel free to comment. I'm all into exploring new things, trying new things. Like Ron got me into writing the book. Final draft. I probably will find like a best of list on Google and just go off it and do a review on each one. Like here's one that's top 10 pieces of software for book writing. That's where if you put LibreOffice in there, I'm gonna kick in the junk. Microsoft Word. See, that's one thing I hate about best of lists from other writers that are on Google. Like this is coming from the right practice. So can you guess what the 10 best pieces of writing software are for writers? Ready? Here we go. Scrivener, which, Scrivener does have a good following to it. It has a lot of cool tools from what I've seen so far. I'm pretty excited for it. I love the aspect of having the notepad on the side where I can keep notes about characters and places and things, especially since I have a really bad memory. Google Docs. You're going to tell me that Google Docs is one of the best writing pieces of software out there. It has some advantages, but as a writing software, now you're just going to give me a list of word processors. Like I can do that with, let's throw WordPress in there while we're at it. Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. Yeah. Vellum, I can see that. Pro Writing Aid. See, and they're putting Pro Writing Aid in here, but not Grammarly. And I've tried them both. Pro Writing Aid is decent, but I would prefer Grammarly over Pro Writing Aid. There's just more you can do with it, especially in the free version. Publisher Rocket, I haven't tried or heard of that one yet. Now, I think that was one that was on my list. Evernote. Really? Freedom, don't know what that is. Microsoft Word. So now you're just throwing out basic word processors out there. That's what pisses me off about people like this. I want writing software that is tailored to writers. Vellum, Atticus, what else was I going to put in? Scrivener. Those are writing software. Everything else is a word processor. It's not the same fucking thing. Hemingway app. Hemingway's another one I want to try. And bonus, Google Drive or Dropbox. Those aren't writing software. Those are storage systems. I mean, and then these are websites that get like on the top 10. I'm like, or in search. Like, this is bullshit list. Like, half the stuff in here is just a word processor. Angers me. I get. I'm gonna go on a rant. I haven't been to a Walmart that wasn't questionable. Me either. Ron says, "Can't wait for your Atticus review." Yeah. I'm gonna do Scrivener first, and then Atticus. And the only reason why I'm doing Scrivener first is because Scrivener is $50, while Atticus is $150. Now, Atticus I am more interested in because it looks like it's going to do a lot more of what I want it to do. Word count. It has all the cool stuff that Scrivener does. So I'm really, really looking forward to giving it a shot. What are your thoughts on Adobe? I was thinking about doing some video editing. I use Adobe Premiere. I paid $21 a month for it. And I love Premiere. I've been using Adobe Premiere and After Effects for years. And I don't have After Effects anymore. It was in the Master Suite. CS3 is what I had. And that was like 10, 15 years ago. Nowadays, I don't use a lot of After Effects because I don't do a lot of special effects in the videos. And the stuff that I do use, it's easy to do in Premiere. So I use Premiere with every video. I like it. It's a bit expensive. A lot of people don't like that aspect of it. But with the $21 a month, I get a whole bunch of cool stuff through Adobe that I never use. So at least I know it's there if I want to use it. Google Docs is free, doesn't make it the best, right? That's what it just pisses me off. Now, don't get me wrong, Google Docs does have a lot of cool stuff to it, but being best writing software, it's an elaborate word processor, which pretty much most writing things were before. But like in 2020 or in the 2020s, the best writing software should consist of stuff that is tailored for authors. Scrivener, Vellum, Atticus, stuff like that that'll help you publish ebooks and print copies. Google Docs, LibreOffice, OpenOffice, Microsoft Word, WordPad, stuff like that. Those are just typing tools. It's just, to me, that is not a list of the best. It's a list of what he could find available. I have the Hemingway app, but never use it. See, Hemingway I heard was pretty good, so I'm pretty excited to try that one. I also have OhmWriter. Oh, I've heard of OhmWriter. Never used it either, though. I'm saving my money to buy Atticus. Have read some good reviews about it. Plus, it is supposed to have voice to text in the near future. Voice to text, I will never trust, but we all know why. Never had the best of luck with it. But a lot of the tools that are in Atticus look really awesome. Like, I love the word count thing on the side. As far as I can tell, they have a similar thing to Scrivener's notepad that is on the side, where you can keep notes of what you're writing about. And then there's one more feature too, but it looks really cool. And so I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. But I want to, like I said, $150 versus something that's 50. So it'll probably be, it's just a lot easier, cheaper for me to start with Scrivener. I've already downloaded it, and I'm going to do the review on Scrivener. And then as soon as I can afford the $150, I'll do Atticus next, because Atticus is one I'm really interested in using. Especially since it can save it in all the formats that I need it to save in. I mean, if you want to do an ebook, then you got Atticus does EPUBs and PDFs, which is two of the biggest ones that Amazon and Barnes & Noble are going to use. And so that right there is worth it. Scrivener, I believe, also does. So it's going to be interesting. I'll put them all together. I would like to do a spreadsheet and like do all of them that I try out. So it's going to be a fun year, Ron. That's for sure. I'm not a good typist. Voice to text would be great for me. And see, and if that works for you, that's great. I have never had voice to text work really well for me, and I think a lot of that is that I do talk very softly, and I have a mush mouth, is what they call it. I need to learn to speak louder, enunciate my shit, and I I am a much better writer than I am a speaker. And so, especially when I wear dentures, and so that kind of, and they're the cheapest dentures you can possibly get, and so things are kind of slurry all the time anyway. So when I was slowed down and talked really loud, then Google voice to text worked. I'm gonna shut my window. And people across the way set up their little tents and shit for their Christmas whatevers, and they're drunk. So give me a second. Oh, I hate when drunk people try to sing music, especially if it's in another language. Don't know what you're trying to sing, but I'm pretty sure the original didn't sound like that. Oh, I'm about to dump some money on coaching. There's a top dog writer I want to learn from. Awesome. Cool. I wouldn't say like I've got one book published, and when it comes to freelance writing, oh yeah, I run circles around a lot of people out there. But as a published author, I'm new. I'm green. I'm a novice, I guess. Maybe an amateur. But by the end of the year, plan on being an expert. Um, but yeah, I think it's awesome. Um, learn away, man. If it's money well spent, then hey, never. Well, it's like another thing I told my son this morning was any time that you spend learning about your craft and improving your skill is time well spent. Call it a win, because he was trying to get all down on himself. I told him, if your first, because he wants to be a game developer, so I told him your first game is probably not going to be what you think it is. Don't view it as some kind of get rich quick, you're going to throw it up on Steam and make tons of money type of game. Your first game's going to suck. The point of it is to learn everything you can about everything you're doing. So that's what my first book is about. I had no imagination towards, that's the wrong word. I had no inkling that I was going to make money off this first book. This first book was to get me in the door, was to help me learn how to do the self-publishing part, walk through the entire process of doing the whole thing. I learned a lot, and so that was the purpose. So, and move up from there. I'm finishing up my chapter about evil vehicles. Nice. Hey, wait. I thought you were doing houses. Fast evil can be far more dangerous than slow evil. While a house just stays in one place, a vehicle can travel 65 miles per hour or more. Well, it depends on the house and what's possessing it. You see, I gotta shut this off. This has pissed me off. Looking at this list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half his list is bullshit. Dude, you know what? No, just move on. I was gonna leave a nasty comment. My list will be a list of actual software. I use James Dean's Porsche, nice, as a prime example of traveling evil. Yeah. Evil vehicles are even worse than evil homes because the evil is concentrated into small areas. I don't know. That's a hard one. I think the people in Amityville would beg to differ. An evil house might not let you leave it. At least with a car, you can. Well, if it's an open roof, you can get out. I guess Christine locked her doors too, so I don't know. Depends on I guess they would be equal for different reasons. Or yeah. Like I don't know. I see where you're going with it though. So I had to cover evil RV campers. A possessed RV campers and rolling forms of evil. If it's a dwelling, it can be evil. Well, there you go. I guess so. Evil trash cans. An evil box. Oh, an evil cardboard box that gets possessed by a homeless person who died from exposure during the winter because people were mean to him. Oh, I could see that turning into a wraith. Oh my God! I might just. I don't know what it is lately. I've been into wraiths, so I don't know. I'll try. I'll write that down later, maybe. The kinds of things you can come up with while you're just sitting here drinking peanut butter whiskey. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's selfpublishingschool.com. They have a best book writing software 2022 update. Let's see what they say. See, these are the sites I should be competing with. I mean, it's WriterSanctuary for fuck's sakes. Okay, so you're ready. Their number one is Microsoft Word. It's a word processor. Oh shit. Scrivener. They call Scrivener a word processor, but it's way more than that. It's like beefed up. Pages, haven't heard of. Freedom, haven't heard of. Google Docs. Evernote. Focuswriter, I haven't used. Fast Pencil. YWriter. YWriter's one that I might look at. Hemingway is on here. Dropbox. How the fuck is Dropbox part of the best writing software? OpenOffice. Seriously? And Grammarly. Grammarly, I can see. See, at least they use Grammarly instead of Pro Writing Aid. And I bet that's because I bet the other guy had an affiliate for Pro Writing Aid. This one probably has one for Grammarly. But, like right off the bat, 3 of your bests are just simple word processors. It's like I said, it's the 2020s. Your writing apps for writers should be centric towards publishing. And I don't know. Microsoft Word is not, I wouldn't call it one of the best. And most of his list is free. He doesn't have Vellum on here, doesn't have Atticus. I need to write my own article. But the problem is that unlike a lot of these experts, I only make videos and write about things I've experienced or used. I don't just hop on trends and create content just because it's trendy. Like, no. You can get free certificates from Google, but you're not going to be making $100 an hour using them. God, I hate those fucking videos. I'm like, if you're making $100 an hour, why the hell are you making YouTube videos? What they're doing is they're basing their estimations off of the high bid on sites like Upwork. Now, the problem is with bidding sites for jobs is that the vast majority of the work goes to the lowest bidder. You can't take the highest bid and assume that's what that guy's making. He probably makes 1 or 2 sales a month. So it pisses me off when these jackasses get on YouTube and start making videos about stuff they've never even used or have no experience in using. And that's why I don't do it. I'm going to go on a mini rant over. I covered evil dog houses. If your dog doesn't use it, that's a sign it could be evil. Or your dog could just be stupid. Bandit, in the rainstorm, Bandit would go out and sleep in the middle of the yard. Perfectly good dog house. No, he wants to be in the water, so he sleeps out in the rain. Like, dog's going to drown himself. Never did, thankfully. But there were times. Like, you are a dumbass dog. But he was a lab. What do you expect? He was a goofy dog. I heard good things about Pro Writing Aid. It's just expensive. Yeah, Pro Writing Aid is up there. I'm also affiliate with Pro Writing Aid. I would prefer Grammarly, but it does have a lot of good tools to it. So that I will give it. But like in the free version of stuff, Grammarly beats it hands down because Pro Writing Aid will only scan the first 500 words of your article, and then you have to pay. Grammarly will scan the entire document. It doesn't give you all the really depth insights that it has for your article or your story or whatever you're writing, but at least it'll scan through the entire thing for basic grammar. Pro Writing Aid won't. It'll only do the first 500 words for free. But it does have a lot of really cool tools to it, so that's why I'm affiliate for both, because I like them both quite a bit. Horses do that. They never go on their covered stall when it's raining. They stand out in the rain. Maybe it's just to take a bath. They're like dirty. Okay, I'll go away now. Oh, well, you don't have to go away. Did I offend you? I didn't mean to offend you. I'm more pissed off at somebody who calls himself self-publishing school ranks Microsoft Word as #1 on their best fucking apps. Are you smoking crack? They almost piss me off as bad as Income School does, and they know why. You can't. I don't know. I guess our views of best are different. I would assume that if you want book writing software, that's what you're looking for, is book writing software. A word processor isn't book writing software. It's a word processor. So book writing software would have all the cool shit like Scrivener, Atticus, and Vellum has. So, fuck you. I'll leave them a dirty list too. It's not you, Michael. Well, I'm good. It's usually always me. Okay. Hate to see it. It's probably me. It's a good song. I don't even want to look at any of these lists. They're all going to be the same regurgitated bullshit because they're all trying to outdo each other to get on the first page of Google. None of them actually have a list that's worth a damn. I don't know. Anyway. Affinity? I don't know what Affinity is. $60. Final Draft. See, that's what's going to... Final Draft is probably going to be something I do later on down the road because it's $184.99. That's a bit much. So I'm going to start with the cheap ones first. So Scrivener's first, and then probably Atticus, because I don't think the other one... How much is Vellum? Vellum paper. I don't want vellum paper. Where do you get vellum from? Vellum.pub. Ebooks everywhere. Painless print. Effortless style. Designed for books. See, okay, so here's another one that has a good... Oh, see, even shows you the print version too. So Vellum is definitely going to be up there. Holy crap. Okay, so Vellum's going to be last. Vellum Press is $250. And that's for unlimited ebooks and paperbacks. Just for ebooks, it's $200. Like, my God, it better have some like amazing fucking tools for $200. Especially when you have things that are way cheaper that you can grab. But you know, I do print copies too because I want a printed copy for every book I have on my shelf. So I'd have to pay $249.99 for Vellum. So, oh, hey, look, I won't be doing Vellum. Vellum is only available on Macintosh, and I will never own an Apple computer. So, never mind for Vellum. That's fine. They can eat a dick. I refuse to use Apple, so that's okay. There's plenty of freaking writing software out there to try. All right, so that's going to be first two is Scrivener and then Atticus, because I'm really the screenshots I saw of Atticus and some of the stuff I read on their website about it. I think Atticus is probably going to be the one that I want to use, but I don't know yet. So we'll have to see, because Scrivener does have a lot of cool tools to it too. For $200, Villain better write the book for you, right? It better know what I'm going to fucking write. I better type the word "I," and the entire paragraph fills in with what I was going to write. I'm telling you, Apple people are proud of their shit. Everything for Apple, they jack up the price. Why? Because it's exclusive to Apple. Even their mice. When I used to sell mice at the computer center, back in my computer company about 10 years ago, the mouse itself, just the fucking mouse, nothing special about it, wasn't a gaming mouse, just one clicker button, $79 is what I sold them for, used off my website, or off eBay. And I wouldn't even set that as the price. I would, like, most of the time start off as a $20 bid. Like, $20. I hate Apple. Let's just get it out the damn door. And the bids would go all the way up to $70. I'm like, you guys are stupid. I would never spend $70 on a mouse that has one clicker button to it, that wasn't gaming, that didn't light up as nothing special. It just had the Apple logo on it. No, not going to happen. Apple's always been that way, though. Everything for Apple's way more expensive because that fucking logo. That's it. You get some fanboys out there, and they'll throw money at it left and right. Ugh. But anyway, I'm really excited to try Atticus. Like, let me see if I can. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna like beef up Atticus. I'm gonna be so excited. And it's gonna be like one of the ones that fucking suck. But yeah, just the screenshots of it. You got your word processor part of it. Then you have on the right, you got your what it looks like. The book goal. That's an awesome feature to it. It'll give you your goal words and then the number of words you're working on, so you can see how much of the goal you're working on. I love data, so stuff like this really floats my boat. Writing habits. You can turn on the analyzer to analyze your writing habits because I'm a dork. So that kind of stuff really tickles my fancy. It comes with 17 templates for your book, 1,200 unique combinations, custom theme builders, like, and you can export the book for, let's see, so Atticus lets you export as EPUB, PDF, DocX, and Mobi is coming soon. Right now, Kindle Create dropped Mobi. No. Kindle Direct Publishing dropped Mobi. So you can't upload as Mobis anymore. You can only do EPUBs, DocX, and KPFs, which is what Kindle Create does. But, EPUB right there is most ebook launching software that is on the market. And I think EPUB and PDFs are the two biggest ones that KDP and Barnes & Noble uses. You can import DocX, RTF, EPUBs, and Mobi. 17 chapter themes, large print, footnotes and endnotes, word counter, full bleed images, and then coming soon is version control, usable elements, reusable elements, volumes and parts, which I think Kindle Create does now. But you get the custom chapter theme builder, cloud storage, and backups. Oh, see, I didn't know you could back up shit on their cloud. And it's a one-time cost of $147. So there's like a lot of cool stuff that Atticus comes with that I would just be tickled for. But, oh, see, it even has the front matter. So I wonder if it'll let you import or create pages like Kindle Create does. Because with Kindle Create, you can automatically add your the copyright pages, the dedication, table of contents. The table of contents actually works really good in Kindle Create. Prologue, epilogue, all the pages, the stuff that you'd find in any kind of book. So that is one thing I do like about Kindle Create, is that it's really simple to pop that shit in there. Atticus looks like it does something similar, so I am pretty excited to give it a shot. Especially since it's going to show me what the book's going to look like printed. Now, if that's accurate, then that's like way above and beyond Kindle Create. And I'm telling you, the Kindle Create version of a printed book is a pain in the ass. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Atticus seems worth the money. Yeah, it does. $147 one-time fee for it. It's got a lot of stuff to it, so I'm really, really jazzed to try it. So I don't know. That's why I'm hoping, because it seems like every time I get stupid excited over a piece of software or over a new feature or something, it winds up sucking. So I try not to get my hopes up. But I do like the layout of Atticus. And it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That really doesn't say much, though, because I know a lot of companies that say that and then make you jump through hoops to get your money back. But, unlimited books and ebooks for only $147. So, I really would love to see how it does with print books. Because if anything's got to work better than Kindle Create. And to be fair, Kindle Create is Amazon's free software that you can use, and it's a formatting tool. It needs a lot of work. So we'll just leave it at that. Let me know how it works. Oh, I plan on it. I plan on doing reviews. I'll do a review and probably a first look, and those are 2 videos, and I'll definitely write a review post on the website for it. But if it turns out to be something that's awesome, then I will probably pimp the shit out of it on YouTube. Because whatever software I decide to stick with for writing is probably going to be the one it'll definitely be the one I promote the most. I'll probably do all kinds of tutorials and shit for it. I wonder if they have does it have an affiliate program? Might as well try to make some money while I'm at it. There's a TOS on it, but it doesn't say anything about... Oh, wait, Team Atticus Affiliate Marketing. Oh, it's on Facebook. I wonder if looks like you might have to jump through some hoops. Oh, that's not even the same Atticus, though. That's like a clothing brand. Verification software. Labels. Okay, so probably not. But yeah, if it turns out to be good and it makes me some views on YouTube, then it'll be worth it. That's what I'm going to do a lot more of this year. I didn't do very much of it this year. I did do a look at advanced ads for WordPress, keyword planner versus keywords everywhere, the free version. That one still gets a lot of views. I use both of them back to back on Google. And some of my other reviews, the 10 and 13 keyword tools I use. I can't remember if it was 13 or 10, but it was a list of keyword tools that I personally use. That video didn't do as nearly as well as I was hoping it would. It was 20 minutes long, and it's got some really good software in it. I don't know why it sucked. I tried to make it all interesting and shit. So that's what happens. That's what I was talking about on Monday is the difference between a YouTube audience and a blog audience. Like, I bet if I did the same thing on the blog, it'd probably be slamming, which I'm going to do. And just to prove a point. And anyway, so you never really know what's really going to pan out on Google or on YouTube, because YouTube's a picky bitch. But definitely going to be doing more writing software, publishing software. I am going to be paying for the premium version of Canva, and that's because I use the hell out of Canva for a lot of stuff. Canva I use a lot in my videos for the midsection stuff, and I use it to create the podcast thumbnail every Friday. The B-roll, a lot of B-rolls that I use come out of Canva, the free version, the free B-rolls. But I use Canva enough to where it'll probably be worth $150 a year for me to unlock the rest of it, because I do use it an awful lot. I also use Photoshop, but there's some things that are in Canva. Like in Photoshop, I don't get access to B-roll. In Canva, I do. So stuff like that. I'll probably use Canva mostly for the YouTube videos, and I'll stick with Photoshop for the blog. And then I downloaded all the B-rolls and stuff from Canva and then import them into Premiere, which works great to pop it in there. Now, if you don't have the $21 a month for Premiere Neo, if you're still here, there's one software that my daughter uses that is almost identical to Premiere, but it's free. And I think it was Hitbox or what was it called? It was the free, but it's set up just like Premiere. Hitbox? No. I'd have to ask her. And she's playing, I think she's playing Phasmophobia with friends right now. Something box. Sam downloaded it and she was using it. But I can't remember what it's called. Something box. Video editing star box. Definitely I am. Trying to find. I don't know. I'll have to find out from her. Then we'll ask me next Friday. I'll find out what it is. Taking notes on your suggestions. Awesome. Let me see if I can find if I put in free video editing. I could probably. I don't know if she'd answer if I text her. Video editing software. Okay, I would know it if I saw it. DaVinci, I hear, is pretty good. The DaVinci Resolve. HitFilm, there we go. HitFilm Express. I don't know if it's Express, but HitFilm. HitFilm Express. Yep, that's it. So my daughter uses my daughter and Sam both use HitFilm Express, which works a lot like Premiere. So if you want to save some money on not paying for Adobe, then HitFilm will do really good. The reason why I like using Adobe is because I do have access to like a slew of Adobe stuff that I never use. I really should. I get a portfolio manager for creators. I get access to like 3 gigabytes of online storage, and I think I also get access to stock images because I use Photoshop as well. So there's like a lot of stuff you get with Adobe. I never use it. Mostly because I've got so much going on that I don't even use half the shit that I have. Like, I pay $120 a year for Costco's executive membership program, and I don't even know what the hell that means. All I know is that I save money, and I get a return check from them every year that almost pays for the entire membership. So, to me, it's worth it, but I think I get vacations or something. I don't know. I'll look it up. But HitFilm Express is what they use. Yeah. My next step is to edit and figure out a way to put it in book format. I think I already have an artist. See, and that's what, like, oh, I so wish I could be there because I would love to like throw some ideas at you. I'm telling you, like, I'm thinking. Now, I know you're probably doing a different way the book wants to go, but the way I'm envisioning it is like the grim, like some kind of evil grimoire, where I'm thinking blood red ink for drawing the pictures, how you're decorating the house and the blood splats here and there. Like, get all evil, dark, witchcrafty with it. Black magic color drawings and shit. That would be awesome. Like doing a bathroom, drawing a toilet with them. Yeah, anyway, that's how I'm envisioning it. But, you could be doing something different, but I'm excited just to read it. So, yeah, I'm excited for you, Nat. I love Costco. Me too. Costco. I spend so much money at Costco. I get my chocolate liquors from there every Christmas. I got this chair from Costco. My desk came from Costco. And yeah, I want a spooky vibe. Yes, that's the feel I want. See that, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of like the drawings. I keep thinking in my head the Necronomicon Ex Mortis from Army of Darkness or Evil Dead, Book of the Dead, and those kind of drawings on the inside for like your decorations on your living rooms and whatnots and furniture and shit. That's something a demon would draw if he was a home decorator. In the blood of children. I would even do a leather bound book cover that was like bound in human flesh. Not real humans, but a leather-ish. It could be even faux leather, just to give it that leathery feel, so it even feels like human flesh. I'm dark though, so I would buy it just for the cover. I just bought some bagels from Costco. They are amazing. Yes, bagels and muffins. Muffins and cookies. Sam loves the cookies. I love the muffins. The muffins, though, are 600 calories each. Kind of heavy for blueberry muffins, but they're so good. I don't have enough space for Costco. I don't either. Like, we hit the toilet paper and paper towels because I have the girls' hair. And I dedicated my front closet, which is one of those double door openers, to nothing but paper products. So, but I do have some shelves. I get my fig bars from Costco. The chicken wings. I love the honey chipotle chicken wings from Costco. Let's see what else. I get my Splenda from Costco. I get the big boxes because I will go through it. Oh wow, we spend like $400 or $500 a month, if not more, at Costco between Sam and I. And since I have 2 membership cards, Sam is my best friend, so I gave her the other one because I don't know anybody else that goes to Costco, and so she uses the shit out of it, and so I get credit for it. And so I get my money back every year. So. Yes, evil but kind of campy with a horror movie vibe. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, Evil Dead. Watch Evil Dead and have them do the book like that one. Hocus Pocus book cover, but better. I could see that for that. I think I saw the Hocus Pocus book cover at Spirit, and yeah, I can see that. I like the cover to that. But I'm telling you, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. But you have to use Latin for House of the Dead. How would I'm translate that? Okay, translate English to Latin. I love Google. Okay, House of the Dead. Domus Mortorium. Mortuum. Domus Mortuum. Domus Mortuum. House of the Dead. Oh, see, that would be an awesome name for a book. I'm getting all kinds of morbid with it. Just make the cover a leather cover printed on it, like 3D that pops out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kind of like. Hold on. If I can find it. Okay, so I have 2 books here. Oops. Evil insects while camping outside. Man-eating insects. Yeah, we call them mosquitoes, man. Okay, so I've got 2 books here. This one here I got from the Renaissance Festival. It is leather and hand-bound. This book here comes with that clasp and lock, and I can lock it up. This one was a bit expensive because it is handmade, but they did a really good job with it. And then, but this one is genuine leather, and so I don't know if you'd want to do a book out of it. But I also have, this one here was also handmade from Renaissance Festival. And this is one of my favorites. And I did have, at one point I did have a leather strap that went around it, but my cat Ash ate it off. So this is one of my leather books that I have. It's purple, the pentagram on it. This one is more, it has the pages in it that were placed into it. But yeah, I do my own. But yeah, that might be too expensive though. Because I think this one was like $20, but it's also handmade, so. And that is a real bone, by the way. But I brought it up because you can do the faux leather, and then you can do the imprinted designs and stuff on the cover of it. So, now there's some ideas. Nice. Yeah, they're my favorites. Also, another good thing to look at is if you go down to Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble has some other books there that are journals, and they have some cool designs. But I'm more partial to the stuff that was handcrafted. That's one of the big things I love about going to the Renaissance Festival every year is buying handcrafted books. I'm falling in love with my own stuff. Especially like the pentagram one is more in line with handcrafted. The other one looks, the leather on it is good, but the inside of it is lined paper, and it looks more like it was professionally pressed. But with this one here, this one's like definitely handmade. The pages are all different sizes. They're not cut all evenly like you'd expect from a machine press. It is definitely a handmade book. By Divine Rights, by the way. And if you would like to check out their stuff, it is divinerights.com. I don't even know are they still pimping them out here. D-V-Y. N-E. God, I can't read that. I need glasses badly, people. .com. Let's find out if they still have a... Oh, and they do have a website still. Sweet. Okay, so here is divinerights.com. That's who made this book when I got it from the festival. I'll put it in here. Bam. In case anybody's curious about it. I love this book. It is definitely one of my favorite books that I have. I don't know if they have the handmade ones on... Oh, yep, handmade products right there. Blank books. They have some beautiful books. You know what? I wonder if they made this one too. It looks like they might have made both the ones I have. But I am a big fan of... I met them at the festival, and they are amazing people. So They were pretty fucking friendly. I'm. Oh, see, this is definitely not Divine Rights. It's something else. Product of Italy. Okay, so this one was handcrafted leather cover, but the book itself looks like it was made as manufactured. So, still, it's a nice book. But you can do something like that, but it might cost quite a bit. I don't know how to self-publish with that. So that one, if we want to go that route, we might want to look for an actual publishing house, which I'll still help you do. I'm telling you, I am determined to help you guys get published this year. We're all going to do good. 2022 is everybody's fucking year. God, they have some nice stuff, though. Oh, I love that one. Oh. That's what I love about the festival, is when they're down there at the Renaissance Fair, you actually get to see all their stuff in person. It's really nice. Oh, refillable blank books. I didn't know they had refillables. Oh, they don't. Hey, Scully is on with some Christmas poetry. That's Scully's House of Thrillers. He is a writer, also on YouTube. He is the one that keeps asking if we're going to do a collab soon, which I would love to do with Scully. He's a great guy. He does a lot of ASMR stuff. I don't want to open it because it'll start playing on my channel as well. But if you're interested, it's Scully's House of Thrillers. Usually he does live book readings every Sunday. He read, I really loved it when he did Pulp Fiction and Misery. I got to watch the show for Misery. That was pretty cool. It is all ASMR, so if you're not into that, you probably wouldn't like it. But he is a great guy, so share my love for Scully. In 2022, I'm finally going to propose to Russian Babe. Right? That'll make Ron happy. Oh, but anyway, people, I'm glad that we're all here together. Not a large group. Didn't figure it would be. It's Christmas Eve. Everybody's hanging out with their family, and that's great. I think part of that is because I'm quite into it when it comes to depression and how the holidays affect people. Now, I have lost a lot of people over the last couple of years, and I lost my son. I lost a stepdad. I've lost two close family friends, very close family friends. And I can see how the holidays are very difficult to go through. And so that's part of why I wanted to do tonight's show. Is I probably needed it about as much as some other people that are out there. And I was thinking, not everybody has family to hang out with, family and friends. And, I'm going to be sitting here by myself for, until Sam gets off and we open presents. And so I figured, you know what? Let's share it with some people who are out there by themselves. And I hate that this time of year is so stressful and so depressing for a lot of people. I've always had an issue with it. But, because not everybody has everything I have. I've got my kids. I've got a great collection of friends and family around me. I'm never alone, unfortunately. No, seriously though. There's days where I wish I was. I miss living by myself. But, I love my kids, so. But, Christmas to me is not necessarily a religious experience. I don't. Well, I'm not religious. I'm too much of a scientist for it. For me, Christmas and the holiday season is more about friends and family and sharing with our fellow man and caring for those who are less fortunate, who don't have, family to hang out with. Not everybody does. And I was kind of hoping that I could give a little bit of happiness to some people who are alone tonight and helped a couple of people. And, that's all that matters to me. I am glad that you guys hung out with me tonight. So, but before I get too mushy, just remember that the holidays are quite stressful for a lot of people, and you got to keep in mind that no matter how bad things are right now, they're all just temporary problems. Things will get better as long as you put in the effort. My book is big on that. In 2016, I almost died, literally. My heart stopped. The depression was to the point where I was killing myself quite literally. And if I didn't make a change, I wouldn't be here today. The point was that even though things are incredibly dark and you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's there. You just got to keep walking the path, because everything is just a temporary situation. So, big thanks for being here on tonight and being there for people who don't celebrate or who are alone. That's the whole point, Nat. I'm glad that you were here tonight. I know that you don't celebrate Christmas, but Merry Newtmas tomorrow. And you know what that means. But no, I'm glad I was here too. Yeah, I just don't celebrate Christmas. I do, but like I said, to me it's more about friends and family and taking care of fellow man. And like, it doesn't matter if you're right or left, we're all humans. I would prefer to put my time up there to cheer somebody up. That's because that's who I am. So, Atheist and my fam is out of state, hanging out with a friend tomorrow, and we're chilling, and am hanging by myself tonight. Well, that's awesome. It's not awesome that you're by yourself tonight. I hate, I know that you don't. I know how you feel about Christmas, but I'm the type of person that if you were here out and you'd have been over and we would be having some Christmas cheer. It's Colorado. I'm fairly sure I can get you high. Fairly easily, too. There's a dispensary on every fucking corner. Can't walk 5 feet without running into one. But the point is that if anybody here celebrates Sir Isaac Newton's birthday tomorrow, that's why I say it. Merry Newtmas. But it doesn't. Whether you're religious or not, we're all people. We're all humans, stuck on this floating mud ball in the middle of space, sharing a planet. And that's. I do a lot of stuff for charities, but I wish I could do more. So you never know. You never know whose life you may touch. Exactly, Ron. You don't know. If someone watches this later on, and even if my message of it being a temporary solution, maybe it changes their mind of doing something stupid. Like, I don't know, drinking and driving. Don't get me started on that. That'll be a whole nother rant by itself. But, I am WriterSanctuary, but if anybody ever needs a shoulder or an ear, it's one of the best things I'm good at. I'm a listener. So, feel free to hit me up on social media, on Twitter and Facebook. I usually try to get back to people as soon as I can. Twitter's definitely the easiest, simply because not only does my computer let me know that somebody sent me a message on Twitter, but so does my phone. My phone will scream at me. And so that's probably the best way to get a hold of me. But I'd go to Colorado for Christmas. There we go. We know what Nat's doing next year. I need a weedcation, and Colorado's the best place to do it. One of the best. I think we probably have more dispensaries per capita than any state. it got to the point to where they had to limit how many licenses they would they would sell out. Because, when you set up a dispensary, it's just like any other business. You have to get a license for it, but you have to get a special license because it's marijuana. And so the first year we went through, they sent out so many business licenses for marijuana that they had to put a cap, because we had at one point 1,200 dispensaries within the Denver metro area alone. That's not including the rest of the fucking state. Just the metro area. And so they had to stop. Because it was getting to the point. There's a spot in Fort Morgan on the way from Sterling to Denver that when you're driving, there's a dispensary, and like 2 buildings down, another one. They're that close together. So, but still, it's cool. I think it's funny that everybody thought that it was going to cause all kinds of problems. And like, my favorite story is the DUI thing. Like, when they first were trying to legalize it, they're saying, oh, there's going to be so many people on the street getting pulled over for DUIs because everybody's driving stoned. Not only did that not happen, but DUIs in general, including alcohol-related DUIs, dropped like the next year in Colorado. So people being stoned prevented drunk drivers from being on the freeway. But we made like $7 million in tax revenue the first year alone. So there's a lot of good things that come out of it. I'm not anti-weed. I think it should be legalized. It's not... There's yet to be a recorded case of anybody dying from it. You can't overdose on marijuana. It does make me violently ill, but I am for the legalization of it, because all the money does go into the school districts. It goes to the parks. I mean, there's a lot of good that comes from the tax revenue. Not to mention that it decriminalizes it. So, and it also decreases the black market for it. So I'm for it. And it doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt anybody. It's no more of a vice than, well, I think alcohol in many ways is worse, because alcohol does become an addictive behavior, and it does lead to far more destruction later on down the road. But yeah, I'm for it. So, party at Michael's house. I could probably have a party here. I've got enough space. 2,400 square feet. DOIs went down. Yeah, it was funny as fuck, because everybody was all like, all these pearl clutchers were like, oh, it's gonna be so bad on the freeway. I'm like, nope. In fact, the DOIs for alcohol also dropped that year. So shut everybody up pretty quick. Everyone's at home getting stoned. Exactly. Yeah. Like when back in 1993, I smoked a lot of weed. I don't know why I get so sick from it now. I guess I've done some research, and there have been people develop an allergic reaction to it. So I'm wondering if that's what happened. But one puff and I get sick to my stomach. I can't do it. But 1993, fucking blur to me. And when I'm over at Joe's house, my friend, the only thing I ever wanted to do was eat everything in his cupboard and play video games. I had no inclining to go out and drive. There was no way in hell we were leaving the house. If I had a thing of Pringles, and then back in the day it was a Nintendo, and I played a lot of Nintendo while stoned. Keep in mind, this was 1993. Come on, people. But yeah, it was. I'm a pro marijuana person. So most people I know who smoke weed do it at home. What's the worst that can happen? Exactly. I mean, you go to get stoned and drive your computer desk into the wall. Now, there have been times where I would get the munchies and I wiped out everything in the cupboard so it does increase your grocery bill. But not everybody gets that way. And like my friend Joe, would pass out almost immediately. He would get stoned. We'd goof around and laugh for about 30 minutes, and then he would go to bed. I would be up, wired to the gills. I'm like, I'm ready to do whatever. I would be up until 6 in the fucking morning talking to his dad at his kitchen table, eating everything in their cupboard. So I don't see. I have yet to have a negative experience with anybody that I even know. Like half the people I know smoke weed regularly. Dad especially. Mostly Dad does it because of medical conditions. He does have a legitimate reason, but he didn't before, but he still didn't. But everybody I know, not a single one of us has ever had a negative experience with it. So nobody. Nobody I know has ever gotten into an accident driving stoned because we're too stoned to drive anyway, and all we want to do is watch shit on TV or play video games, or Joe goes to sleep. My friend Buddha would watch like YouTube and Netflix like nonstop. We had it knocks down your motivation to the point to where you don't do shit. So. I don't know. I'm for it. So, like, nah, man, I don't want to drive. Just order Grubhub or make something. Exactly. Nowadays, you have like Grubhub, DoorDash. Almost everybody fucking delivers. And even if you wanted to go out, you can just call a fucking Uber to go most places nowadays too. And a lot of times it doesn't cost a lot. It depends on where you live. And so, yeah, there's all kinds of benefits to the 2020s. Probably won't say that very often. But the world itself is melting. But when it comes to stuff like that, I'm for it. So I know a girl who's addicted to weed, but man, she's still crazy, the person she's always been. So I have yet to see a clinical scientific paper that shows that marijuana is an addictive substance. If you have one, show it to me. I'll be more than happy to read it and change my opinion and even apologize. But for right now, I've yet to see a scientific paper that shows that marijuana is addictive, because in most cases it's not. I've yet to see anybody be addicted to it. Not to say that she's not. I'm just saying I've yet to see. I base everything in science and fact. I don't go by what I believe in. I don't go by believe or feelings. I go by facts. What is quantifiable? What is scientific, resourceful? I read the National Institutes of Health science papers on a regular basis because I don't like to talk out my ass. So I always make sure I have the most up-to-date information. So if you do have facts about it, feel free to share. I will read it. I'll read it happily. But I've yet to see anybody who is actually addicted to marijuana. Sometimes she does bring up strange topics, though. Fuck, that's just me on weed. We have talked about some weird shit. She asked me why guys don't wash their hands before using the restroom and touching their stuff. I couldn't answer her question. Yeah, that's a good point. Why don't we wash before and after? Yeah. Might be a valid question, though, right? Like, I don't know. I don't think I have ever washed. Okay, there have been a few times where I washed before, like if I was messing around with, like, grease from a car, or cleaning the cat box, or something nasty. Then definitely wash my hands, like, afterwards, no matter what. But wash my hands before touching that areas with toxic chemicals, yeah. But like on an average day, yeah. That is that's a valid question. I wish I could answer. I'm motivated to write. If weed is bad for motivation, how do I get so much writing done so fast? Clearly that's a myth. I think it's not necessarily a myth, Nat, but more of a personal. I think it's different for everybody. Like I said, my friend Joe passes right the fuck out. Joe wouldn't be able to write a product description after smoking weed. He would be gone. Me, I'm up all night playing video games. I'm motivated. So, but we've never been motivated enough to travel outside the house. We're content with playing games or writing or watching movies. Like, I don't think I've ever seen my friend Brett ever once get into a car while stoned and plan on driving anywhere. As soon as he started smoking, he sat down in his chair. He's on his computer. That was it. You couldn't get his attention if you threw an orange at him. He would be zeroed in. So, like, he's gone. We did play Minecraft once, or not Minecraft. He did challenge me to play StarCraft on back in the day. It's like 2001. First original StarCraft. He challenged me. I whooped his ass hard. But it got to the point where we were lacing. I was rolling my own cigarettes at the time. This is back when I was smoking cigarettes. So I'd roll my cigarette, and he had a little bit of weed left in his can. So we'd lace the cigarette and roll it, and then I'd just smoke it like a cigarette. And holy shit, it fucked me up. And we got to the point where we were looking at the map, and neither one of us could figure out what the fuck what was going on. We called it a night. But I think, Matt, what it is that everybody's different. For you, it can get you in the mindset. For me, I get like active. I want to do whatever. I play video games. I clean house. I want to talk. I want to chat with everybody in the house. My friend Joe passes right the fuck out. So everybody's different. I think that's what it is. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a myth, just that we're all unique. Had a guy who played better in video games when smoking weed. He was fast as lightning. I've seen people who would, Nat. Nat cranks out fucking books. I've never seen anybody play video games better. Oh, I did know a guy who used to get out of getting pulled over by the cops by being able to say the alphabet, not only forwards, but backwards in perfect clarity. And he'd get away with it. Until one day they made him walk a white line. You had to pay the ticket at that point, but... I'm trying to think of anybody I know that got better at anything while smoking weed. Dad does some amazing paintings while on weed. So... everybody's different. I believe your friend could probably play awesome on weed. I've played games with some weed smokers. I was always better, but I've played with them. Oh no. Okay, so I know somebody who plays Magic: The Gathering, a card game, better while he's stoned. So yeah, I can see that, KDC. I used to work out high when I was a trainer. That's fun. Stone cardio is great. You get in the zone. I'm like that with writing. I write fast when I'm high. I get in the zone. Nat has been in the zone for 2 weeks now, and she's on a writing streak that won't stop streaking. Keep it up. I think it's awesome that Nat can get in that zone and just crank shit out. Everybody has their groove, and you apparently found it. So I'm really excited for you. Oh, but yeah, it's funny how WriterSanctuary can go from talking about writing to weed. I try to keep things, but I guess it's kind of related because Nat is demonstrating how she can get into the zone while smoking weed, and not everybody is like that. Like me. I don't think I was ever extremely creative while stoned. Also, keep in mind this was 30 years ago. I did play a ton of video games while high, but I don't think I ever wrote anything while on weed. I don't think I could. My mind is just naturally, my mind is all over the map. I have to focus to stay on task, which is why I use Asana. But back in the day, there would be no way I could write. So I think it's awesome that you can do that. I think it's awesome that Dad can paint. So you creative people who can do it while high are impressive, to say the least. That's what happens when, Weed and coffee are the magic mix. Coffee for me, in any case, is a magic mix. You smoke weed every day. Nat and Snoop Dogg would click very well, right? Oh, you know it'd be great. Nat, Snoop Dogg, and my dad. I'm telling you, I have yet to meet anybody who smokes more weed than Dad. Nat comes close, but I think Dad still has you beat. Oh my God, my dad has done some stupid shit while driving. Okay, so there's one time we're driving the Bronco. He's steering with his knee while lighting up his bong or his pipe. I'll look over at him and ask him, "Seriously?" Luckily, Dad's an incredibly great driver. So, but man, there's just sometimes that right there is why they tried to ban it. So, it only takes one dumbass to screw it up for everybody. Luckily, he's never been in an accident, and I don't think he's done it since. Well, that I know of. Well, yeah. I love how I'm doxing my family. Well, yeah, I'll write the script. Snoop writes the music. There we go. My dad is a weed smoker. He might outsmoke your dad. Ooh. So we're having a smoke off. So what we'll have to do is I'll have to get Dad to come with me in April. And then you get your dad up there and they can have a... I don't... Probably far-fetched. I know that your family's not really traveling. But yeah, I don't know. Dad smokes a lot. So... I don't know. So do you. So I don't... That's a tough one. Yeah, you know what? As long as you guys are happy and can manage your shit, I don't care. I really don't. I've never had a hang up on pot smokers. I do have things against cocaine, heroin, and Molly, but only because I've had some bad experiences with people who were on it, and I've seen how bad that shit fucks you up. And meth. I will never fuck with meth in any stretch of the imagination. I'm extremely anti-meth. If I catch my kids with any of it on their person, I want to put my foot so far in their ass, and the water on my knee will quench their thirst. And they know that shit, which is why they never disrespect me in public. My kids would never think once to bring a gun to school because they know I would kick some ass. Not to mention that I raised them right. Gotta put the fear of God in your kids. It wasn't even the fear of God, it was the fear of me. I am known to freak shit. I have never beat my children, but they know that where the line is at. And you do not cross the line when it comes to Dad. Because I will come down like a fucking anvil. And they tried to get me for that at the child support or not child support, but Child Protective Services, and the judge threw it out. Motherfuckers. That's a long story of its own, but I've never beat my kids, but they know where the line's at. So, see, that's what, and you can raise your kids like that. You can raise your kids to know without having to beat the shit out of them. I've never doubled up my fist. I never kicked any one of them. But they know where the line's at because I made that abundantly clear when they were little. So I don't know. I don't know where that comes from. I think a lot of that is because of my own personal experiences, but you know, moving on. Okay, they could use a new kind of climate change. Watch the whole sky turn gray. It would be green, wouldn't it? I only do weed, no other stuff. Maybe beer or wine on occasion. I do liquor. My dad would have kicked my ass for stuff like that. He's ex-army. Anyway, books. It's Xmas, right? Yep, let's move on. Anyway, I come from an Air Force family. Anyway, yeah. I don't know why the hell I went off on that. That was a random ass thing to go off on. Anyway, Evil Book is coming to fruition. Yes, I'm excited to read Nat's book. I don't know if KDC was here earlier. Nat is really close to finishing her evil house decorating book, and hopefully we can get that published for her very soon. So, you're right, it's green. Yeah, green. Yeah, I'm telling you, green skies. Green skies over my head. Nothing but green skies. I could probably come up with a song with that, but I've been drinking. But anyway, KDC. One of my goals this year is not only to publish 3 more of my own books, but I want to help. We're going to get Nat published. That's one of my goals for the year. I want to help her get her book published. I'm really excited. I've read some of her stuff, and she is quite. I really liked the short story she sent me. I think Nat has some potential. We got to get some shit going. Yeah, I'm excited. I really liked your one story. I won't say anything more about it, but I really liked it. I want to get Sam to read it. I'm telling you, the ending threw me. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, and I've already told you about it. Like, I thought it was going somewhere else, and then you switched it up there. So that was good on you. But I'm excited for you. So that's one of our goals. It is 9:30, people. Yes, published. Yes, absolutely. Going to get you published. But it is 9:30. And I gotta pee. I don't read horror books, but I still buy it and give it to one of my girlfriends. I want to support Nat. Well, that's awesome, dude. See, that's what I love about us. I may not have the largest audience on YouTube, but I wouldn't trade you guys for anything. I love what we got. So, and I know most of us are probably doing the Christmas thing. It's Christmas Eve. But you guys this is why I do this shit. So we're supportive of each other. I think the community we got going on is pretty awesome. I enjoy it. And there are times where we kind of veer off course. But it never gets really too bad out of hand. So hugs all, happy whatever you're or aren't celebrating. Big thanks, KDC. Yep, that is, I think in my Buy Me a Coffee post this morning, I wrote, Merry whatever you celebrate. That's probably the best way to do it. I'm a big fan of Christmas, but I know a lot of people aren't. And for me, it's not even a religious holiday. It's but that's why I keep coming back. See, and you guys just make it all so much awesome. And so I'm going to keep trying to do what I can to help you guys any way I can. I'm really excited for the new year. I've got a lot of cool ideas for reviews and software that I want to try out. Definitely Atticus is among those. And Scrivener and whatever else I come across. Kind of bummed out that I can't use Vellum, but whatever. They want to stick with Apple. Fuck them. They're shooting themselves in the foot by not producing a PC version, considering how 96% of computers in the world are PC based. But hey, that's their company. Every day I get a smoothie as a holiday. You and your fucking smoothies. I'm telling you, there's some smoothies that are good. Like my daughter makes the berry ones from Costco. Those are amazing because we have the Ninja blenders. Oh yeah. I got the only blender on the block that can puree a brick. I love Ninjas. But I will never, you'll never get me to drink a green one. I will not drink a green smoothie that was made with vegetables. I drink V8s. That's as close as I get. But when you start throwing kale and spinach and seaweed, I don't wear a man bun. I'm sorry. I'm too old for man buns. So anyway, it is 9:30. I really have to go to the bathroom, so I want to call it a night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you guys have a great holiday, no matter what you celebrate, even if it's just Sir Isaac Newton's birthday, or if you're doing the Christian thing. I don't care. It's as long as you are getting something out of it. That's all that really matters. And just know that I love you guys, and always be here. So if any one of you ever have any kind of pressing issues, you know how to find me. I'm pretty easy to get in touch with, or pretty easy to find. Just Google my name. I'm all over the place. I did that on purpose. You gotta stir it in a pot and mix it all together, Michael. Fuck that. No, not gonna happen. I don't care what you're stirring in a pot. I'm not gonna drink it. If it's green and comes out like sludge, no. Enjoy your smoothie. Good night, people. Hope everyone has a great weekend. See you Monday p.m. Have a great Christmas. Yes. Good night, Ron. Have a great weekend, no matter what you're doing. I'll see you guys on Monday. Remember, it's Nat's birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Nat. And then, yeah. Enjoy your Christmas. Be safe. And remember that, like I said before, one of my biggest issues is making sure that everybody's safe throughout the holidays, because I know scientifically proven this time of year is the most depressing. And so always remember that it is only temporary. And as long as you don't give up, you can find your way through shit. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you guys on Monday. Be safe. Happy birthday, Nat. Yeah, happy birthday, Nat.